Okay, I've got a nice one for us. Did communism fail? Because what we're meant to do when we hear the word communism is go ah and run away. A lot of people don't seem to know what communism is. The quickest possible breakdown is this: the means of production is owned by the workers. So you can either do that on a localized level or on a national level. They are represented by workers' committees, and that's it. The key thing here is if if you've got communism, well, it can't exist without democracy because the workers' committees have to represent the people. So what actually happened is, using Soviet Union as the famous one, is there was a revolution, and a bunch of right-wing fascist types, do you believe Lenin was one of them, got involved, decided this is a good way to get power. This is how revolutions work. And then went, yay, okay, we're communists now. Revolutions happen. Don't worry, we love you. It's we're all in this together. But we'll run it for you. And whoops, no democracy, no representation, and oh look, we've got secret police and we've got military on the streets, and don't do a march because we'll shoot you. So it may have been at the beginning a communist revolution, but what you got was yet another autocratic state. Um, who else was communist? The Chinese. The Chinese currently are still being referred to by every news organization on earth as communists. And I ask you this: do the workers own the means of production in China? The answer: no. Wealthy people do. So why the fuck is everyone still referring to them as communists? Okay? They're not. They never were, and they're especially not now. Cuba, another autocratic state, came closer to trying to represent people's interests because it doesn't appear that Fidel Castro really stole the country, stole the finances of the country, but he wouldn't have been able to. There wasn't a lot to steal because of the American embargoes. Chile, they elected a communist government, but then oops, it got overthrown by, as far as I remember, the British and the Americans, because go democracy. And so we never got to see what a democratic communist state would have been there. No, we've never seen communism. I'm not a big fan of the idea, to be honest with you, but I think it's important to understand communism didn't fall when the Berlin Wall fell. The Berlin Wall fell. Because communism never stood up. Communism has never existed, as far as my historical knowledge goes, on the planet. We've never had it. There might be some ancient society that had it for a while, but we've never been able to have communism because it's not really allowed by the people who run our supposed democracies. They don't like it when people choose to be communist, and they tend to stop it happening. So what you get instead of communist regimes is, communist countries is autocratic regime in Soviet Union, autocratic crazy regime in China, followed by a capitalist aggressive regime in China, which we still call communist. And ask yourself, can you trust the BBC when it refers to China in any way as communist, or Al Jazeera, or anyone? If they're still referring to the Chinese Communist Party as that, there should be a big asterisk at the bottom of the screen every single time saying the Chinese Communist Party is not communist. So we've never seen communism. And there are people now talking about what's it? Fully automated luxury communism. And I am ostensibly somebody who's left wing, and it sounds good to me, but we'll deal with it in some other episode because everybody's not like me. Fully automated, uh, fully automated luxury communism is a perfectly viable thing in the future for us to have, but conservative end of the human spectrum isn't going to be happy with it the current way we have it built up, and you'll end up with 50% of countries' populations being exceptionally unhappy with it, and so it won't work unless you accommodate those people. It is very, very important for the left and the right to accommodate each other, but that's a different video. Yeah, communism. It's like mermaids and I can't think of other unicorns. We've never seen one. We've never seen communism. How about that? That's it for this one.